So Hannah Meul out next. Look, you were involved with Team Germany once upon a time. You know these coaches, you know these athletes. How will the coaches, how will Hannah Meul be feeling in this moment, do you think?
This is so hard to say because obviously every athlete has their own views on how they approach a final. I've talked to athletes who think, I'm just going to go out and do what I can do. And I've talked to athletes who say, I'm always thinking of who I need to beat, how many attempts I have to get. So it's definitely a bit of a mix, and it's a very interesting question to ask. And then there's the side of how personal it is to them. Then you might not want to talk about it. But for sure, it'll be very interesting to see Hannah Meul's approach now that she's very suddenly been thrust onto this massive stage, how she is dealing with it.
So she goes upside down and inverted for this move up to the crimp. And I thought that this could be a bit of a struggle to get to the jug, but Futaba absolutely cruised it. So it'll be interesting to see how Hannah deals with it. Oh, popping off that right hand, but saving it.
Coming back to the block crimp as well. That is quite impressive. Now it'll be very interesting to see what method Hannah chooses through here, as she's quite well known for finding interesting things with her feet, finding a way of pulling on a hold you wouldn't expect.
Oh, well, that's the method the route setters thought she would use, or the athletes would use through that sequence. It sounded so outrageous when they said it, but Hannah made it look good.
Yeah, and she's still on, so she's going to find herself a flash as well.
So up to the dish, into the side pull, bumps up, into more of a Gaston side pull again, top, and that is going to be a top as long as she can match it. And it is a match for Hannah Meul, another flash. And Hannah did what she needed to do. So look, it's all very well getting to that final hold, but you have to match it, don't you?
Yeah, have to match it, and there have been some famous moments in climbing history where athletes have failed to match. The most famous by far, I do believe, is from Manu Cornu, who got one hand on a top hold and then riled up the crowd and then came off before getting the second hand on. So I believe many athletes have learned from that experience.
Interesting you bring that up. We were actually chatting about exactly that during the semi-finals, that historic moment. So yeah, don't celebrate too early. So Hannah, drill the feet up high into the pockets. Drop the right foot down. Careful not to stand on that no textured surface. Chalking up mid-route. Chalk used to improve grip. And then this was the top. So popping out to the right hand. And then this is the match Dana was talking about. You have to control it at the top. And even if you do match it, it's the control that counts. If she was to fall off immediately, well, that's up to the judges at that point. You never want to leave it down to the judges.
Yeah, it is always a difficult time. And I've seen other athletes, two hands on a top hold and turn around to look at the judges, and then